aboard Malaysia Airlines.
May we have your absolute attention as we take you through our demonstration. Malaysian hospitality is legendary. Let us show you the way. Okay.
1, 2, 3, jom.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. For this group assignment, our team decided to choose the company Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines first established on 1st May 1947 as Malaya Airways and then changed to Malaysian Airlines System MAS on 1st October 1972. Malaysia Airlines System had to be dissolved in 2015 and re-established on 1st September 2015 as Malaysia Airlines Berhad. Malaysia Airlines headquarters are based in Kuala Lumpur International Airport and have two sub-hub flights based in Kota Kinabalu International Airport and Kuching International Airport. Malaysia Airlines also provide connectivity to destinations such as Europe, the Middle East, Australia, North and Southeast Asia. Malaysia Airlines provide air transportation service and offers ground service, aircraft leasing, engineering, cargo, trips and other related service. Malaysia Airlines vision to stand out for its intuitiveness, friendliness and effectiveness, to be the top world 5-star value provider, to be the top world airline and to go beyond expectation. Why Malaysia Airlines mission to promote awareness of Malaysian hospitality, which are offer transportation and air travel service that the best in terms of safety, comfort and punctuality, to provide the best level of care and service to customer and creating long-term value for its stakeholders, to always find new and creative ways to do business, to stay true to the company inspirational and go fundamental motto of go beyond expectation, to offer a work environment that is growth-oriented, acknowledge the interests, rights and opinions for its employee and uphold all legal and regulatory requirements. Genuine, effective and progressive are core values Malaysia Airlines and go far beyond the company itself. This will also reflect the Malaysia flag carrier ongoing commitment to deliver significant growth in a fiercely competitive industry while giving customers exceptional travel experience. Next objective Malaysia Airlines to give Malaysians access to an efficient and lucrative air transportation system that would raise the status of the nation on the international stage. Now we go to organizational structure. We can see here Izaham Ismail as CEO, Bu Hui as CFO and Ahmad Lukman as COO. Last but not least, Board of Directors Malaysia Airlines, we can see that Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli bin Wan Arifin as Non-Executive Group Chairman at Malaysia Airlines, with 6 people as Non-Executive Director at Malaysia Airlines and 4 people as Board Member at Malaysia Airlines. I think that's all from me. I will pass the next slide to my friends.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a good day. So my name is HUSAITUL RAKIÍN BINTI. So today I'm going to presenting about the input stage of the Malaysia Airlines, which is it come up with the 3 methodologies that can be utilized during the input stage. Okay, so the first one is the external factor evaluation, which is EFE, and then the second one is the competitive profile matrix CPM, and then the third is the internal factor evaluation IFE. Okay, so we move to the first, which is external factor evaluation EFE of the Malaysia Airlines. So we can see here there are variety of the external opportunities of the Malaysia Airlines, but the highest of the opportunities, external opportunities of the Malaysia Airlines, which is we can see here is the weighted score 0.20, which is a peg-in of the ringgit to US dollar, and then followed by the second highest, which is weighted score is 0.10, which is the new route based on the open sky policy, and then the same score, which is implementation of group management system to evaluate group booking booking requests and then monitor confirm group bookings. And then for the next is the high skill crew frame for the hospitality. Okay, so next is the external factor evaluation, which is the external traits. Okay, there are 12 external traits that has been listed, but the highest weighted score of the external trait that Malaysia Airlines has facing is the rising cost of fuel and crude oil, which is with the score is 0.18. Okay, the total of the external factor evaluations of the Malaysia Airlines is 1.91, which is mean this is below than 2.5, which is this score actually is not good for the some of the company. So, the Malaysia Airlines has to improve their external opportunity so that they can overcome the external threat that they are facing now. Okay, so for the next input state, which is the competitive profile metric, which is CPM. Okay, so we can see here there are three type of the airlines, which is the first one is Malaysia Airlines that we are presenting now, and then the second company is AZIZAH, and then the third is Singapore Airlines. So there are three competitive of the airlines here. So we can see here the Malaysia Airlines has the highest score of the competitive profile, which is the 3.35, and then followed by the Singapore Airlines, and then the last is ASEA. So we can see here Malaysia Airlines is has a really good reputations and have really good score of the competitive profile metric. And then we can see that Singapore Airlines has the second highest score. So Malaysia Airlines actually they can make the Singapore Airlines as a benchmark, because we can see that Singapore Airlines has the second highest of the score compared to the ASEA. Okay, so we move to the next slide, which is the internal factor evaluation (IFE) of the Malaysia Airlines. So we can see here there are tens of the internal strengths that has been listed of the Malaysia Airlines. So the highest score of the Malaysia Airlines internal strength that they have, which is the score is 0.40. They are have the more than 50 years in the operation. That is mean they are really good reputation, and this is actually the real strength of the Malaysia Airlines, as if they have been well operated like more than 50 years. And then the second followed by the 0.30 score, which is they have the good code share management with others airlines, and they have the same score, the second highest, which is 0.30 also. They have the excellent service of the record. Okay, we move to the internal witness of the Malaysia Airlines. There are five listed here. So the highest score of the witness that are Malaysia Airlines face, which is the score is 0.10. Actually, we can see here there are two same score. The highest, which is the first one, is the weak financial positioning, and then the second one is a high number of no-show passengers for a flight. But the total weight score of the internal factor evaluation of Malaysia Airlines that are being stated here is 2.55, which is this is mean goods. The Malaysia Airlines can overcome the internal weakness as they has the highest score, which is more than 2.50.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is AMALINA HUSNA and I will explain about the making stage of Malaysia Airlines Berhad. Some definition of strategy include the alignment an organization achieve between its internal capabilities and resources and the chances and dangers posed by its external forces. 5 methodologies that can be utilized in any order during the matching stage of the strategy formulation framework are the SWOT metric, the SPACE metric, the BCG metric, the IE matrix, and the last one, the Grand Strategy matrix. To match external opportunities and dangers with internal strength and weakness, these technologies rely on data gathered during the input step. In order to successfully generate workable alternative strategies, it is crucial to match external and internal critical components. What is a SWOT metric? A SWOT metric, often referred to as a SWOT analysis, is a strategic planning tool business and individuals use to identify and assess the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats associated with an organization, project, business plan, or activity. This technique helps managers gauge how internal and external factors can affect the success or viability of new project. A SWOT metric can help business leverage their comparative advantage and achieve strategy objective when combined with other managerial tools. As you can see in this slide, this is an example of table for SWOT metric of Malaysia Airlines Berhad. We will look into SO strategies, which is point number 1 is create loyalty program for Asia Pacific region. For the Asia Pacific region, Malaysia Airlines Berhad should design its own reward program. The purpose of this loyalty program should be to draw in new clients and keep them coming back for local flight. Others advantages like quicker check-in and a discount on waiting area should be included of the loyalty program. Point number 2 is increase growth for cargo subsidiary. The expansion of freight transportation is accelerated by the emergence of e-commerce and lower shipping costs. In order to further expand market share, the airlines needs to increase the number of planes for its subsidiary, which is Mass Cargo. Next, we will look into WO strategies. Firstly, provide cheaper price for local travelers for long-haul flights. Malaysia Airlines Berhad is categorized as a government-linked company. The company must work together with the government to encourage international travel. One way to encourage international travel is to provide cheaper price on long-haul flight. This would further increase the capacity of this flight. Secondly, increase growth for domestic flight. For MAB to increase its market share for domestic flight, more steps must be taken to further develop its subsidiary, which is Firefly. Promotion, advertising, and expanding the fleet size are examples of growth tactics for regional flight. Okay, next we will move to ST strategies. For point number 1, increase promotion during off-season periods. Cycles of holidays have a big impact on air travel. Revenue always increase significantly around the summer and winter holidays. Nevertheless, the business often experience fewer profits and perhaps even losses during the off-season. Malaysia Airlines Berhad must offer promotion and discount during these off-season times in order to further entice clients and generate more income. For point number 2, increase growth for regions with stronger currency. With the large and diversified revenue stream, the company can further ensure stability in its profits by increasing growth in regions with a stronger and a stable currency. Countries such as Japan and around Central Europe have stable currencies. By increasing market share in this area, the company will be able to further mitigate the losses from foreign exchange rate. Last but not least is WT strategies. Firstly, further cut unprofitable routes. Research should be done further by Malaysia Airlines Berhad on routes that are not lucrative. It is necessary to take into account cutting the routes with poor and variable exchange rate. This would increase the company's financial stability and enable it to estimate earnings more precisely. Secondly, diversify into other businesses. The airline sector has revealed itself to be one that is very dependent on economic expansion and stability. The corporation should diversify into different areas to avoid losses during an economic crisis. As an illustration, consider AirAsia, which has expanded to include telecommunications and hotel ownership. The danger of losses in the aviation business can be further decreased as a result.
The introduction for quantitative strategy planning metric is a method for selecting the perfect technique by comparing it different with the best technique. QSPM has required an evaluation assignment which has been called an attractive score. By making small decisions, it allows the strategy make big decisions effective. For example, like a foreign country to spend $1 billion to sell their products. According to this concept, the QSPM will determine each relative objective with various strategies based on each critical success factor. There are four strategies. First is target market strategy. Malaysia Airlines has considered using a diversification strategy in outsource strategy throughout the establishment of low-cost airlines overseas with new segments. Travelers who want to travel at cheaper rates fly international routes for business purposes under a small budget. The second strategy is marketing mix. Malaysia Airlines has released a ticketless system that allows customers to buy their ticket online at a discount rate by using codes or points to get a cheaper price. Malaysia Airlines will also provide group discount, and this will help to get more target customers, especially internet-based customers. For the third strategy is for the use of cargo is a new condition that allows customers to have a new approach to the game. Malaysia Airlines has chosen to only carry cargo. It can do that, but it will lose a large part of its customer demand in return. And the last strategy is by choosing a low-cost strategy, it may make more sense to choose departure flights that are close to city with high annual customer and passenger traffic. For the best feasible alternative strategy at the first point, in this case, it will indirectly increase Malaysia Airlines profit and sales. And other than that, at second point, giving them to opportunity to go the hub to reach destination at low ticket cost rates.
In conclusion, it is stated that despite rising fuel prices, competition from full-service carriers and an increase in low-cost regional carriers, the airlines industry remains committed to improving and growing from its existing position. The company network expansion strategy is built on enhancing regional connectivity to grow and feed the international network. Malaysia Airlines is committed to ensuring that product and service standards are improved, resulting in increased customer loyalty and overall revenue success. The organization must entail analysis, portal five forces, and strategy implementation. Malaysia Airlines need to improve communication efficiency, resource management, and employee morale to implement their plan. Following an analysis of the existing company situations, stakeholder, customer, and business partner of Malaysia Airlines must make critical decisions to improve their growth and future success. The international strategy involves a strategy formulation for Malaysia Airlines to enhance competence and potential in the international airline market. Malaysia Airlines must adapt to development to compete in the aviation industry. As a result, the airline's firm makes a strategic adjustment in their status of a division to deal with the company's external environment. Malaysia Airlines marketing approach will be able to compete the local airlines industry. According to Malaysia Airlines environmental analysis, the aviation industry future is not sustainable. The government backing for Malaysia Airlines strongly suggests the company internal and external element reveals that there are several consumer interaction points as well as opportunity to enhance brand value and client loyalty. To compete in a changing world, Malaysia Airlines must establish strong relationship with its suppliers and influencers. According to the SWOT analysis, the airline's business has numerous obstacles because the digital world allows marketers to establish their strategy in each channel. Because of its quality service and success to many places, the consumer has a right to receive the best service from the airline sector. It is necessary to provide self-service to clients while also ensuring the protection of their luggage. The four methods that Malaysia Airlines should pursue will assist them compete in the aviation service market. To begin, the organization must expand their airline network as well as their capability to provide service. Because of the applications of those measures, the carrier should be able to reduce costs while increasing income. The plan will take 3 years to implement in Malaysia Airlines business operations.